Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? I am Dan from Trading with Dan. This is our Bitcoin morning update. So if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, we shall go straight over to those Bitcoin 4-hour charts. So we have had a little bit of a pump this morning, as you can see, taking us right back up to this horizontal level of resistance we've got here, pretty much based on all this previous price action. So at present, whilst it is a nice little pump up here, we've got to break through and then probably come back down, back test this level, current level, as support. I mean, we can pretty much round it up to roughly 17,000, but yeah, if we get above 17,000, have a nice little break, maybe towards 17,500. And then if we come back and back test 17,000 and hold it, then yeah, we could be looking for prices up towards 18.5. And then obviously if we break and hold above 18.5 into the low 20,000s. So but just looking at this, you can see we are still not very far away from the lows, not very far away from this important level of support. And so we could easily turn down here. Obviously we've got a Fed speak today. We could turn down from here, very easily break through this level, just by virtue of how close we are to it, and then see an acceleration to the downside. But yeah, traditional markets are looking a bit interesting. Not so much the S&P. You can see it is still in and around this same area. Not doing a lot. However, DXY did have a pump up, but is looking to fully retrace that pump. And then if we are lucky, take out this level of support. We'll actually color it in, just because hey, it makes the chart look better. But yeah, break through this level of support. We already sort of swing failure below it once. Brought back above, accelerate to the upside, squeeze the people that are shorted under this level, but we are now coming back down there. So yeah, as you can see, there is a bit of a level here, not as important though as the level we're trying to break through now. And then the next level of probably more importance will be this 102 spot around 3, and then basically we just call it $100. So yeah, oil having a little bit of a pullback here as well. Bounced quite nicely off this area, but yeah, still looking like it is in a downtrend here. It looked like it attempted to put in a higher high relative to this high here, but it's coming down. So can it put in a higher low and then start to trade back up, or is it destined to trade lower into basically a 6 handle? We shall have to see. Very interesting action here on the 10-year. I mean, you can just see how these levels operate. We traded below this level of support. Broke through it. Couldn't accelerate from below it. Traded back above and then came all the way back up to our previous level of resistance. But this is where we would have wanted, where we want obviously the yield to get resisted and then come back down, as in the yield come down, as in bonds go up. So this does look decent now. All it has left to do is to come back down to the support, take it out, and then make a new lower low. And then yeah, that should be ironically be good for risk assets. Bonds rallying should be good for risk assets. Who would have thought it, eh? What else do you want to look at on here? Yeah, let's have a look at gold. Gold is making some interesting moves here. In a price action that was potentially looking like it was going to run out of steam and then test lower, decided it did want to break to the upside instead. However, at the moment it's still only breaking into this resistance. This is pretty formidable resistance. It's 1840 to 1880. It'll have to get above here, close and hold above here for I don't know how long you want to say, probably a few weeks before people might start to really get bullish gold. For the time being, I think people are gonna look at this as a good either shorting opportunity or a level to take profits. If you have been buying gold, or even if you're trapped along, you could think this is a good level to cut my losses. But yeah, if it is to break and hold above here, then yeah, we're gonna open up prices above 2,000. But yeah, it's still got a lot of work to do, regardless of this move it has just made. Here's gold in the pound as well, just for you guys here in the UK. Silver making that similar sort of pattern where it's looking like it's getting a bit tired. However, gold did break up. Is silver going to break up? It is interesting to see silver is not really participating in this rally in gold at the moment. Therefore, if you look at the gold silver rally, we can see that obviously it's had a bit of a pump up, but pumping up into resistance. If we hold below this resistance, then trade and then accelerate to the downside, silver then could really start to catch a bid, especially if it is in a market where gold is going up against the dollar anyway, and then silver is then going up against gold. Could accelerate pretty quickly if that is to happen. Ethereum Satoshi pairing, interesting price action here. You can see we struggled with this resistance area. Broke above it probably more substantially than we did before, putting a new high, did back test into it, and then did basically accelerate off that. So that is very good to see. If you draw a downward sloping trend line here, you can kind of see that's kind of where we drifted out of and then traded up. That is maybe where this initial acceleration came from. However, whilst ever we are below this level, below this area, I mean, we can maybe move this up a bit to here. Whilst ever we're below this sort of resistance area, there will still be there will maybe not be like incredibly bullish price action. We could easily then just range in this level and ultimately trade lower. However, if we are to break above this level, this resistance level, then yeah, we could see a acceleration to basically above these highs, which would be incredibly bullish for Ethereum if obviously Bitcoin is going up at that same time. Ethereum USD pairing though, still also clearly below a relative level of resistance relative to obviously this level of resistance above here. Lower, clearly below resistance. As you can see, maybe not as bullish looking as the Ethereum Satoshi pairing. So I mean, there you go. Lots of work to do. Kind of puts things in context for you. Pretty much a $50-ish move in Ethereum. And look, this is realistically what the chart looks. And this isn't even a daily or weekly. This is just a 4-day. I mean, if you look on a daily, it's pretty awful looking. And if you look at it on a weekly, it is very awful looking. So yeah, so just bear that in mind. Let's look at stochastics. How are they looking? We did know that these basically, I think it was a 2, 3, 5 day and weekly were not looking very good at all. And we did need to move realistically above 17k to try and get those helping us out. Although the 12 hour daily did look good. So that was obviously helped us with this little move we've got. But yes, let's go over to the 12 hour. 4 hour is still pointing up. 12 hour is pointing up and still got some juice in the tank here. Daily, lots of room to run, just entering the bullish half, so this is good. This is the good read. But yeah, what we need is these higher time frames to turn up. 2-day looking like it is potentially going to turn up. 3-day not looking like it's going to turn up though. 5-day, 5-day though, or thereabouts. And then weekly actually maybe was looking to turn down, but now maybe is going to unravel that and potentially continue upwards. And then bi-weekly is just literally all the way down here in the doldrums, not really wanting to even move. And there's the monthly. So I mean, yeah, like I said, if we can get above 17k and hold over there, trade higher, then we may start to get a really good stochastic read across the board, and then get a real decent test up at this 18,500. And if we are able to break and hold above 18,500, then yeah, I mean, we may be looking at into the back into this range basically. If we get back into this range and ultimately break above, then we could see some seriously bullish price action. However, this range will be significant resistance. Even getting to it is going to be difficult. Getting through it will be more difficult, as we're clearly in a downtrend, clearly in a bear market, clearly have harsh economic times coming, and clearly have the effects of the Fed rate hikes that we've already had to percolate through to the system and cause the pain that they are basically designed to cause. So that is it, guys. Remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I shall speak to you guys soon.